Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of She Plays Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn with Kovu and Little Carbuncle. Last time we left off, let's see, I do believe it was a dungeon? Not entirely positive. We did do some, wait, that's right, we did our Arcanist, job quest, which we'll continue on with that a little bit later on, but first of all, we just hit level 30. I did some grinding, and so you can see level 30, whoop whoop. And I had a lot of help from some friends in the FC, so I decided that it was about time that I finally got this new Moonfire Fair event taken up. Unfortunately, by the time this video is posted, the Moonfire Fair is probably going to be over, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a taste of what was to be expected in the Moonfire Fair, and what you can see in some of the seasonal events that happen in this game. Of course, yeah, they only happen for maybe a couple weeks, sometimes a few months, like the Yokai event, but totally worth it in the end. But first, before we get started with the Moonfire Fair event, I do believe a change of attire is in order. There we go. Alright. Much better. Poor Kovu was like boiling up in that outfit. What the Mitsuru Strife? This guy made himself look almost exactly like Cloud Strife, even with that hairstyle and everything. That's crazy. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Heroes of Tomorrow. Blimey, it's hot out. This scorching summer heat has me sweating buckets. Buckets, I tell you. But no matter. The Moonfire Fair is just around the corner, and even this awful weather can't dampen my spirits. Ah, lad, you can't mean to say you don't know what the Moonfire Fair is. I've never seen much of a storyteller forget half the details and muddle everything up. But our Moonfire Criers have quite the knack for it. Tell me, lad, are you as excited as I am? Oh, you bet. I'd bet my last gill you are. Well then, what do you say to helping us add an extra bang to the festivities in exchange for some special rewards? I knew you'd be interested. Our grand chaperone, Hermaga, has been doling out tasks all morning, but I'm sure he'll have plenty for you to do. Alright, so it looks like we gotta go and meet Hermaga, and it looks like Hermaga is located in Costa del Sol, which we could just go ahead and take a ship over there, especially considering now that we're level 30, and let's go ahead and go meet him up. Alrighty, here's Hermaga right here. Another adventurer here to help us add some cheer to the Moonfire Fair, I presume? Welcome, my good man. Now, as you no doubt noticed, this heat this year has been nigh unbearable, even in real life, you're telling me. And even though we should have seen the worst, temperatures continue to soar. A phenomenon eerily reminiscent of the events of 5 years past, wouldn't you say? I fear that the Bombard King has returned to plague these lands, and with power even greater than before at his disposal. He has been most frequently spotted along the shores of Costa del Sol, so to keep an eye on him, we have decided to host an annual festivities here. So far, he's been laying low, only surfacing to terrorize the occasional passerby. However, it's only a matter of time before he grows bold enough to venture further inland. As proud members of the Adventurers Guild, we must do our utmost to prevent this from happening. To that end, some of us have formed an organization of sorts. But we'll come to that later. With our heat-resistant Cascadier armor and the tactical knowledge we have gained through our studies, the Fiend and his tiny minions won't stand a chance. Of course, we would feel much more confident were we to have your help, perhaps with the extermination of those smaller bombards. Sure, why not? We found the waters of the Elbas are most effective at extinguishing their flames. If you speak with Wonthil, our stockman, he'll see you paired with one of our finest beasts. There is, however, something else I would ask of you. This is a matter requiring the utmost discretion, so I would prefer we continue this discussion in a more private setting. Pray, meet me at the waterfall in a quarter bell. Yes, okay. I shall meet you at the waterfall at a quarter bell. Here we are at the Hidden Falls. In times of desperate need, we hope for a hero. We look to the heavens and pray that someone, somewhere, is watching over us. Well, my friend, you need look no further. The Go-Go Posing Rangers are here, and we implore you, Warrior of Light, to stand with us against the blazing summer heat. With the stealth of a coral that slinks through the night, Black Ranger. With the grace of a golden flower dancing in the winds, Yellow Ranger. Hot stuff coming through, Red Ranger. And in the name of justice, we shall punish all that attempt to take these lands into their vile clutches. Oh my. So you're the adventurer Hamaga sent. Considering the riffraff the man takes in, I wasn't too sure what to expect, but color me pleasantly surprised. Now then, I suppose proper introductions are in order. The lady in black is For God's sake, Yellow Ranger, what purpose do these masks serve if you insist on always spouting out our names to every single person we meet? Indeed, she is right, Kovu. I'm sorry to say we cannot reveal to you our true identities. To do so would be akin to breaking the oath we took as rangers, for we fight solely to protect the people, not for personal glory. Hear, hear! Humble guardians risking their lives to ensure the peace and prosperity of the realm. A beautiful and pure gesture, much like my twin slash attack, which transcends even the might of our firefall battleful. Hold it right there, Yellow Ranger. We didn't agree we would make no mention of the formation until we were didn't we agree that we would make no mention of the formation until we determined that our companion is as trustworthy as Hamaga says? Come now, Black Ranger, I can assure you that few are as honorable as the Warrior of Light. In fact, I think it would greatly benefit our cause to divulge to him all the circumstances surrounding our current mission. And as the Go-Go Posing Rangers premier member, I suppose explaining exactly what that entails falls to me. Before we begin, however, I ask that none of you interrupts. Are we clear, Black Ranger? Let me start at the beginning. There are two reasons as to why the Go-Go Posing Rangers are yours best bet at beating back the Bombards. First, because we have the smashing Cascadier armor. Second, because my prowess on the battlefield with these two providing support is Our combined strength is indeed formidable, but only when we manage to coordinate our attacks. The Firefall battle formation, however, is something we've successfully executed only a handful of times. Yes, it's humiliating to even think about. We formed the Go-Go Posing Rangers so that we might protect the land and its people from the Bombards. But the truth is, most of the time, we cannot even protect ourselves. To remedy this, each of us has prepared a specialized training regimen. We ask that you, as a realm-renowned adventurer of surpassing skill, help us train to the best of our ability. You are, by all means, free to decline. I would only ask that you keep all we reveal today a closely guarded secret. Were the people to learn the men destined to beat the Bombard King are still undergoing training, it might incite panic. And with that, we shall take our leave and humbly await your reply. Rangers out! And the old boy needs to lighten up. As our official leader, Red tends to think he bears the responsibility of defeating the Bombards alone. He forgets one very important thing, however. He has the unstoppable Yellow Ranger at his side. That's likely what worries him most. If your mindless drivel isn't what kills us, that inflated ego of yours is certain to do the job. All joking aside, I sincerely hope we can count on your support. It's going to take a miracle to pull this off, but somehow I believe, with you on our side, we can make it happen. Oh dear. Well, looks like we need to go and report back to Hermaga. You'll do it! Huh! I knew I asked the right man. The Red Ranger is eager to begin his training straight away, so I ask you to start by assisting him as soon as you're able. My assistant, Janango, will explain the details to you. As I'm sure the Rangers mentioned, this is a covert operation, and its success requires your discretion. That being said, we could not have asked for a more steadfast ally. The future is bright, my friend. Between you, me, and the Posing Ranger, I have faith we can see to a better tomorrow. Go, go, Posing Rangers! Do, 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 go, go, Posing Rangers. No, sorry. Dashing and burning. Hello, Kovu. Am I correct in assuming you are here to assist the Posing Rangers with their training? Excellent. Let's get started then. The Red Ranger just left to practice with the smoldering dummies. He's requested that you follow him with the Albust and compete with him to douse the flames first. Him with his fists, or you with an Albust's water. Our guild stockman, Wunthil, is stationed to the northwest, and I'm sure he'd be more than happy to lend you one of his Albust. Wunthil has something of a murky past, but he is now one of our guild's most hard-working members. In fact, the reason he's so dedicated is because he was inspired by an adventurer much like yourself. Huh. Which is, so it's different because he wasn't actually part of the Moonfire Fair last year, so Wunthil was actually a bad guy in last year's event, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I don't really remember his exact role in it, but let's see if he recognizes me. He probably won't, but we'll see. So might it be a service to you this fine day? In that case, why don't you take her? She's yet to be fully broken in. Oh yeah, they didn't. It's completely different. Like, if you were actually part of the Moonfire Fair last year, he's actually like, I assure you, I am a changed man, I promise. All this other good stuff. Anyway, why don't you take her? She's yet to be fully broken in, but having been on the receiving end of it more than once, trust me when I say she can blast water further than all the others combined. So we get our very first mount, which happens to be a temporary mount, and she can spit water. Alright, so we gotta go and find the Red Ranger, who happens to be doing his training in the south area. If you do not know where he is, you can look on the map. It's where they're dashing and burning. Let's go ahead and get to him, and I'll borrow back. Here he is. So all you have to do is just walk up, make sure you're facing the smoldering dummy, press 1, and bam! Curses! Had I been a split second faster, it would have been extinguished by my hand. You and her Alps may be fast, Kovu, but my fists are faster, and I assure you the next round will be mine. Oh, will it now, Mr. Red Ranger? Why do I find that hard to believe? Alright, he's up for round 2. Is he going to be able to get it first? Here, I'll even give him a little bit. You got this, man? I'm giving you 3 more seconds. If you don't put out the if you don't put out the burning dummies in 3 seconds, I'm gonna put them out myself. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I did it. I even tried. Blast it all. I can't believe I lost again. Ugh. Brace yourself, Kovu. No matter what it takes, I shall be securing at least 1 today. Or so you think, good sir. Oh my, there appears to be 6, and the Red Ranger appears to be in danger. We must save him. That's okay, we got this. Thank you for getting me out of that mess. I'd only meant to add a splash of oil to bring the flames to life, but in my haste, my hand slipped. I drenched the burning dummies with a full bucket, and before I knew it, I was surrounded by a ring of fire! That I need to be saved from my own stupidity is proof I am unfit for the title of Red Ranger. Protect the people? Give them a better future? Huh. How am I to do that when even a small fire poses too great an obstacle for me to overcome? All I ever wanted was to give hope to the people, to quell all their fears, just as the warriors of light have done. Perhaps it was too lofty a goal. But what am I doing? I cannot give up at the first sign of difficulty. Today may not have yielded the results I wanted, but tomorrow's another day. I'm sure her manga is expecting you, so let us finish here and begin afresh and none. Very well. Let's go back to her manga. Kobe, you've returned. I trust the training went well. Sounds as though we got off at a rough start. I have faith that he shall improve over the following days and weeks. In the meantime, I request you train with the Black Ranger. The details are with Jinango, so if you're willing, please seek her out. Since this is a top-secret matter, I would ask that you make every effort not to be overheard. I have relayed to the rest of my assistants that you will be running various errands for us, so your continued presence shouldn't arouse any suspicions. May all our hard work pay off, and together let us celebrate the Moonfire Fair in the most traditional spirit of the holiday by bringing down the Bombard King. Alrighty. It's hot and cold. Wonderful timing, Kovu. I was just about to send for you. As you've likely noticed, the sun today has been particularly intense, and even the shade provides little reprieve from the heat. Ranger or not, it is unwise to push the limits of one's body on a day such as this, but my attempts to convince a certain someone to remain indoors have fallen on deaf ears. If the Black Ranger will not listen to sense, then we are left with but one other option. We must stuff her full of Roland Berry shaved ice, one of the few surefire ways to cool the body. I think 3 cups should do the trick. You can purchase some from our Iceman just below, or should you be so inclined, you can prepare it yourself. So down below, I think she means the Iceman right here. Moonfire Fair Iceman. Roland Berry shaved ice. We needed 3, which is about 1,800 gil. Let's go ahead and purchase those. And now we need to find the Black Ranger. Here she is, right over here, training and doing some squats, which are reminiscent of the Final Fantasy VII squats. Hut, 2, 3, 4, hut, 2, 3. Kovu, are you here to join me for a round of... Well, here, I got some shaved ice for you. Oh, Roland Berry shaved ice? It certainly is a kind gesture, but I don't care much for frozen desserts. Or cold things in general, really. This will help me combat the heat, you say? Speaking from experience, and I can assure you it will do nothing of the sort. Nevertheless, it would be a shame to let such an expensive dessert go to waste. I know. Allow me to propose a contest. I will go and hide, and you will attempt to find me. While I wait, I will continue to perform squats. Should you manage to find me before I squat 100 times, you win. If not, I win, and the loser must eat the shaved ice as punishment. Are you ready, Kovu? Good. Now hold on to the shaved ice for now, and wait until the count of 20 before starting your search. Good luck. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 18, 19, 20. Alright, let's go find her. Let's see. Let's see here. Where are you hiding, Black Ranger? I think I see you hiding over here in the bushes. That was incredibly fast. Did you count? I mean, I had scarce begun to squat when I heard your swift approach. I suppose that means I'll have to eat the ice then. You will indeed. Here, take it and shove it. That was incredibly cold. But just as you said, an extremely effective way to beat the heat. In fact, I feel so energized, I believe I could do 500 squats in the time it could take you to find me. Oh, really? I'll have to count again. You didn't say I had to count again. Oh, which means I can hide. I can find you without having to count. There you are right there. You're not gonna do 500. You're right there. It only took me like 3 seconds to get over here. I was nearly there. I just had a few more to go and I would have beaten you. Would have, however, isn't good enough, is it? I lose once again. That's even colder than I remember. Did you hear that? My stomach cries out in protest. Any more shaved ice and I doubt I could finish another circuit. Yet I cannot deny its rejuvenating effects. And with this last spurt of energy, I shall do 1,000 squats. Steel yourself, Kovu, for this round. I shan't lose. Are you sure about that? I don't know, this lady, she likes her shaved ice. Where's she at this time? Oh, Black Ranger. Stranger Ranger danger. Girl, where you hiding? I need to see your pretty face before you do them 1,000 squats. You hiding over here behind the rock? Negativo. I will find you, lady. Oops. Where are you at? Not by the rock. So this is all randomly generated. So if you play this, she's going to be in a different spot no matter where you go. But here she is. Only 50 more to go. Please allow me to finish this set. There you go. You lose. I feel it from my head to my toes. These defeats have forced me to admit an uncomfortable truth. My abilities are laughably inadequate. Kovu, I must become much faster and stronger. If that means I need spend day after day training in the scorching hot sun or swallowing so much ice I can no longer feel my tongue, nose, or ears, then so be it. I shall do whatever it takes. However, I am no fool. Such skill takes years, if not decades, to attain. It's not something that can be accomplished in the span of a few days or even weeks, no matter how dedicated one might be. Kovu, the Red Ranger is too proud to ask this of you, so I shall do so on his behalf. Should any of us fail to learn all that we must do to defeat the Bombards, would you agree to lend us your strength on the battlefield? Thank you. You've taken a great load off my mind. Now, I think I will retreat into the shade for a moment before returning to training. Let us part ways here, my friend. We got... Wow, is the sun already setting? Really? That's crazy. Kovu, thank you for braving this dreadful heat to ensure the Black Ranger's well-being. Indeed, it is a hot day, but I see now that the passion that burns in your heart blazes brighter than the sun. I cannot even begin to express how blessed we are to have you in as an ally. Your discretion regarding this matter has also been commendable, and none have yet to catch wind of what was really going on. I dare say, in addition to his regular training, the Yellow Ranger could do to learn a thing or two about tact from you. I'm sure he can hardly wait to begin his session, so I urge you to speak with Janango, who will apprise you of all the details. Alrighty. Who let the bombs out? Hello, Kovu. I'm so happy you're here. The Yellow Ranger has allegedly taught himself a new maneuver whereby he can, with a single well-placed strike, blast a Bombards to smithereens. Indeed, this is exciting news, but he has yet to test his death blow on actual Bombards. Despite his claims, I somehow doubt that swinging his axe at the air and yelling has much done to help him refine his technique. To allow him to gauge just how effective this would be on a real target, and assess what might need improvement, I ask that you weaken 3 bygone Bombards, capture them with these flame-resistant nets, and then place them in his general vicinity. And if you would keep this between us, it would be for the best. I'm afraid if you were to learn of our plan, he'd become a tad over-eager to prove the potency of his new attack, charge headfirst into a bevy of Bombards, and end up injured or worse. Alright, I got this. It is easy enough. There's our prey right up ahead, the bygone bombard. So we're just supposed to injure these guys, but not kill them. And when they get weak, we throw a net on them. Easy enough. Woo! Caught one before Carbuncle killed it. Alright, we're gonna have you set to obey, not do whatever you want. And 3. There we go. Now we have to go and find the Yellow Ranger. Look at the fireworks, yes. Here he is, up here on the mountain, training. Let's go ahead and put these, was it bound bombards? Low burning bombard that is just bound with a flame resistant net. Meaning very injured bombards. Stand back, Kovu! Those bombards appear to be a highly dangerous breed. I shall finish them off. Begone from whence you came, foul fiends! That wasn't a very stimulating fight. This must mean I have, through my training, grown to be that much more powerful. While my skills with an axe are nearly unrivaled, I must nevertheless find a way to counteract the blinding light which accompanies a bombard's suicidal blast. In a true battle, it could prove most detrimental. Moreover, it would not be good for morale should the group's most talented member be seen to stumble blindly about the battlefield. Tell the Hamaga that I shall resume my training as soon as I have finished scrubbing the soot from my armor. Thank you for taking the time to assist our Yellow Ranger with his training. Django shared the news with me earlier, though not to question the veracity of the Yellow Ranger's claim, but tell me, Kovo, is his death blow truly as grand as she says? Wonderful! I can only hope all 3 of our rangers will make as much progress as he has today. We've no shortage of burgeoning bombards to attend to, after all. But we're not quite done yet. We have one last quest to do. Kovu, thanks to you, the Go-Go Posing Ranger's performance has improved dramatically. Every one of them has become an expert fighter in their own right. As a team, however, they still lack basic coordination, which is of paramount importance if they are to defeat the evil plaguing these shores. Alas, we are out of time. The Bombard King has made his move, and we must rise to stop him, even if the Rangers are not fully prepared. And that brings me to why I summoned you here today. Should their best efforts fail, we need an adventurer strong enough to ensure the threat is kept at bay. Someone like you, Kovu. Please, will you help them to dethrone this royal pain once and for all? I knew you'd agree. The Posing Rangers are certainly preparing for battle at the Hidden Falls. I asked that you go and meet them there, for I'm certain they're eager to discuss their strategies with you. Very well! Ah, Kovu, you made it. The Red Ranger should be coming along shortly, but seeing as the most important members are here, let us start without him. As you are no doubt aware, the Bombards have begun their advance, something which has come much sooner than we anticipated and puts us at a great disadvantage. You see, we've only managed to marginally increase the success rate of our Firefall battle formation. It is a maneuver that requires perfect synchronization, and some of us have been struggling with it more than others. I, of course, have perfected the necessary techniques, but Red has a tendency to overthink the steps. His nimble footwork falters and his powerful swings throw him off balance. Ultimately, an attack which would strike with the force of a hurricane is no more powerful than a mild breeze. All hope is not yet lost, though. We have recently learned of a certain mental exercise that increase concentration. If done correctly, we believe they may help the Red Ranger keep his focus during battle. The Bombards, however, will not wait even those precious few minutes it would require, and so with a heavy heart we request that you, the man we trust above all others, hold off the fiends gathering along the coastline and buy us the time we so desperately need. But before you leave, there's something we must show you. Our true identities! For while you have come to be our dear friend, we have... Oh, that's a girl. We have remained mass strangers to you. Therefore, as a show of trust and respect, Budafon and I decided it was time to reveal all. And since he would undoubtedly object with things like, a hero must never fight for personal glory, we'd prefer that you keep this a secret from the Red... What is the meaning of this? Where are your masks? I cannot believe it. The both of you! You've broken our oath! A hero must never fight for personal glory. Come now, you can't honestly expect us to keep our names and faces from Kovu. He may not wear our colors, but he is as much opposing ranger as one of us. What do you mean you say you don't trust the man to whom we owe so much? On the contrary, Yellow Ranger, why do you think it is I called upon Kovu and divulged to him our greatest secrets? It is because I trust him more than anyone else. In any event, let us put this issue to rest for now. Every minute we waste squabbling is another minute the Bombards have to infiltrate further harm. Kovu, I trust these two have already appraised you of the details? Good. Once the fight is over, let us meet back here. Rangers, to battle! The first to arrive and the first to leave, or last to arrive and first to leave, typical. Well, not to worry, he can't make it too far in that armor. Beautiful and I will see that the Red Ranger's mind is properly centered before heading to meet the Bombards. Godspeed, Kovu. May we all emerge from this unscathed. Alrighty, it looks like the fate has already begun. In order to participate in it, you gotta talk to this guy, mount on an Elps, and kill some cherry bombs. Which, I'm the only person here, so... This might be a little harder than, first thought, but that's okay. It looks like the event only just started, so... Well, the fate, I should say, only just started. Doesn't look too bad considering it's just me. I know it, well, I mean, the event's actually been out for about a week or two already, so it's no surprise that, there's nobody else doing it, because everybody's already done it. But you get the idea. Just take out the cherry bombards until the fate is complete. So we got the first part done. Now they're all gathering together. And he blew up, but now he's big! Alright, so if I remember correctly, this is another one we gotta... So the Go-Go Rangers, there they are. Gonna come in. And now they need the few precious minutes in order to concentrate their attack. the Go-Go Posing Rangers are here!
These guys are a little easier to take out than the other ones. Oh, don't aggro me, crab. So close.
Any other bombs? Nope. Alright, let's watch them do their favorite, or their move. Ready? And the Bombard King has been defeated! Well done, Rangers. Our job here is finished. Hooray! Looks like we gotta go and speak with the Yellow Ranger again now. Can you believe it? We did it! We really did it! Not that anything could have gone wrong with me heading the assault, of course. Thank you, Kovu. It was only because of your support that we emerged victorious against such slim odds. It's all well and good to thank Kovu for his help, but the both of you best remember that this is a fight we should have taken on alone. We still have a long way to go if we're to become anything like the esteemed warriors of light of who the bards sing. He finally arrives. I suppose you're late because you were off sulking about the fact that I, Beautiful, and my friend Kovu here outshined you in combat? I'm not surprised. Just look at you. Too embarrassed to even remove your mask, are you? Of course not. Then prove it. Take it off, Red Ranger. Take it all off right here and right now, you dirty, filthy... after that, there should be no need for such secrecy among friends. Helena's right. Even the warriors of light you're so fond of were only successful because they placed their full trust in their comrades and did not keep things from one another. You two, finally agreeing on something. I don't know whether to feel proud or ashamed. Forgive me. It seems I have let my preconceptions of what it is to be a hero lead me astray. It is past time I reveal to you who I am. But before I do, I just want to express my gratitude to you, Black, nay, Helena, you, Beautiful, and most especially you, Kovu. It is only because of you that we were able to take down the monster that terrorized these lands. Haha! I bet you didn't expect to see me now, did you? Well, it's about time. You could have saved me a lot of trouble and more than a few lectures on the importance of keeping secrets, if you had just done that from the beginning, as I had suggested. I feel as though a great weight has been lifted from my shoulders. If this were a play and we were the protagonists, then this would be the moment marking the start of a long and illustrious career of fighting evil for the Go-Go Posing Rangers. Ha ha! In times of desperate need, we hope for a hero. We look to the heavens and pray that someone, somewhere, is watching over us. However, my friend, in doing so, we sometimes overlook the true heroes that walk among us. Without you, Warrior of Light, the Go-Go Posing Rangers would have stood no chance against the blazing summer heat, and it is in men like you that we find our courage, our power. With the stealth of a coral that slinks through the night, Black Ranger! with the grace of a golden flower dancing in the winds. Yellow Ranger. Meowth, that's right! I mean, hot stuff coming through, Red Ranger! In the name of the moon, and in the name of justice, we shall punish all that attempts to take these lands into their vile clutches. And so, justice prevailed, and peace is restored to the realm once more by the Go-Go Posing Rangers and their faithful need. May they ever watch over Eorzea and deliver her from evil. Indeed, quite, yes. Complete! However, the event is not entirely over just yet. So, what I would recommend you do at this point, if you were able to, is to go back, do the Fate a couple more times, or do the Posing Ranger dailies, or repeatables, and get a couple more Moonfire Fairs. Get at least 15 of these fair vouchers, and you'll see what goodies we can get. Alrighty, so I went ahead and got about 27 fair vouchers, which should be good enough for me right now anyway. Go ahead and talk to this lovely lady right over here, and you will see a nice collection of prizes that you can trade the fair vouchers in for. Now, the big important thing is I definitely want these 3 things right here, which each cost about 5. Go ahead and trade in that, and then trade this in. And then I have an additional 12, so I can get the Firefly lamp, which I don't really want to do because that's for housing, and I don't really plan to have housing on Kovu. They have the Moonfire Fair Orchestra and roll. I might get that, or there's also the, try on this. So basically you can get the armor that they were wearing. I already have the headpiece, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I can save up. That's 12. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I would be able to get the entire clothing set, or I could get the orchestrating roll. Let's get the whole clothing set. Why not? Let's go ahead and get this. The breeches. The arm guards. And the coronet. Now these are all aesthetic. They really don't do much of anything at all. So we go here. 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 Yeah, and yeah. There we go. We are all legacied out, and this is dyeable gear, so you can make this whatever color you want, if you even want it. And does it have fire resistance on it? It does not. That is kind of a letdown. You'd think that they would at least have fire resistance on it. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and end the episode there. Oh, wait. Most important thing of all, we can't just go ahead and end the episode there like that. We did all that hard work. We had a nice, super long episode. And we got to see the fruits of our labor. And I'm not talking about just the gear. So we go under our persistent tab. And we got, oh man, so we got red. We got black. And we got yellow. So we're going to go ahead and hide this. And it's, red. Wah. Black. And yellow. Wah. Totally worth it. Well, on that happy note, I'm going to go ahead and see you guys on the next episode of She Plays Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn with Kovu and Carbuncle.